Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Blind Squirrel Talk, famous in a small town. I'm Lulu,
I'm Kim.
and this is Nolan Stone.
Hi
Thank
there.
you for being here today.
Am I famous in a small town?
You
are.
are.
I'm in a small town. I don't know about famous.
Well,
but-
you're famous to us.
You're
That's all
pretty
that
famous.
matters.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Actually, I'm trying to think. What year was the first year I saw you in Maysville? When was it? Was gosh, Kim, it's got to.
2020 probably.
It had to have been
2020.
2020 or 2021 maybe.
Right.
I think my first introduction to Maysville was this loft because
Right.
Jordan was living here. And I walked in and I immediately saw the guy on the motorcycle with the
Carl.
helmet.
That's
Carl, yeah.
Head of security.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw Carl and I was like, oh, this place is iconic. This is the place to be right
Yeah.
here.
That's a good word for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And of course the pole too. I was like,
Support.
this is a
It's
spot.
an old building. You have to have support in the building.
Support, yeah, of course.
Yes.
Support.
Yes,
That's what
yes.
it's for.
Awesome. So years have passed, and you're still here, but you have now embarked on this wonderful career, and that's one of the reasons we have you here today. We're talking all things healthy today.
Wow.
And tell us why.
I just got my RN.
Yay.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
I'm a new nurse, ER nurse. I'm not new to the ER, but I'm new to nursing. I was a tech for 2 years, and now I'm embarking on my journey. My residency's almost over. I'm about to be on my own, about to be having lives in solely my hands, and I'm not freaking out
Yay.
at all. I'm fine.
Are,
easy.
are you being sarcastic?
Of course.
You
yeah,
did
I'm-
that very well.
No, I'm flipping out. I'm good at lying. I'm very good at lying. It's nerve-wracking, but I know I'll have plenty of help when I need it. We're a good team, my ER.
And you know the crew since you've been working in there.
Yeah. I know everyone. Everyone is good at like, okay, something really big is going down. We all need to come together and help. So I'm not too worried, but of course it's nerve-wracking.
Without going against any HIPAA rules, what's been the biggest emergency you've dealt with?
I mean, people just coding. Lots of cardiac arrests come in. I recently had someone who went into cardiac arrest because they fell down their stairs and broke their neck.
Oh my gosh.
That was not a great time
No.
at all.
Are they
but
paralyzed now?
I think they passed on.
Oh gosh.
Uplifting talk. Very uplifting here on the Blind Squirrel. But I mean, it's important. You also have to, even if someone doesn't survive, they have to die with dignity. That's
Yes,
part of the job
yes.
too, is ushering people into the final moments.
A
all
lot
part
of
of the
people
job.
don't realize what all goes into nursing. I mean, you're a psychiatrist,
Yeah.
you're a family counselor, it's just amazing.
Yeah, you're a friend, depending on who's there. You're also the foe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of the times.
You have to
you're
be
the
Mary Poppins, firm but fair.
firm but fair, practically perfect
In
in
every
every way. You have to be a teacher. A lot of the job is teaching. People don't know how to take care of themselves, and I do sometimes. So you have to really drill it in to people, and sometimes they don't want to hear it.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
It is.
Well, tell us about your journey that brought you to nursing. How did that happen? Did you know that you wanted to be a nurse from the time you were 4?
Not 4.
Okay.
3. No, I knew I wanted to be a nurse in junior year of high school. I was raised by my grandparents from the age of 10, and I think it's a really common occurrence for kids who are raised by their grandparents. They slowly transition from child to caretaker as the grandparents get older. And that's what happened. My grandparents started really failing in their health when I was in maybe sophomore year of high school. I ended up taking care of them a lot. I wasn't able to do, extracurriculars. I had to go home, take care of grandma and grandpa. And I think it was in junior year that someone was having a health issue and we were in the hospital. And whenever I was in a hospital setting, people generally hate hospitals. You don't hear people talking about liking hospitals. But whenever I was at the hospital, I felt a a great sense of peace because I knew that there was always someone there.
Oh.
I had a moment to breathe, I felt like, when I was in a hospital. It wasn't just me taking care
Right.
of grandma and grandpa. There was
Right.
someone there.
That's such a
And I was like,
big task to ask of a
It's a
It
huge
was.
responsibility.
It was a lot, but I think seeing that, I was like, I can do that for other people. I can be the peace for not only a patient, but their family, and that feels very fulfilling. So I embarked on my journey. It took longer than I wanted it to. I moved here to Georgia in 2020. Yes, 2020. And then I had to wait a year before I went to any kind of school because I ain't got no money, and I had to wait for the, you have to be,
Residency,
you
yeah.
have to be a resident
Yeah.
for a year to get any kind of
And
assistance.
tell us where you moved from, for those who don't know.
Oh, I'm from Charleston, South Carolina.
Oh, lucky you. Beautiful Charleston.
I'm so glad you said that.
Yes.
Because I was going to say, whenever people hear that, they say very much the same thing. Oh my God, I bet you go to the beach every day and you eat shrimp and you and you go to the Battery. I maybe went to the beach once a year. I maybe went to the Battery a
Because
few
you were
times.
taking care of your grandparents.
I was taking care of grandparents, but also when you live in a place, you
Yeah.
don't really do the tourist stuff. Also, I'm from North Charleston.
A different bird.
It's a little bit of a different vibe. Yeah, I'm not at the Battery. I was at the Church's Chicken. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of, I wasn't too far from all the fun stuff, though. About 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But so in 2020, I moved to Stone Mountain, which is a lovely place. Do you like Stone
I
Mountain?
love Stone Mountain.
It's cute, right?
I do.
There's all kinds of fun stuff.
You can climb the mountain, walk around the mountain.
I didn't actually go anywhere near the mountain.
You
I
missed
just
out.
saw it. Doesn't it look like it's just a random
Rock.
boop and that's it?
I think
But it's
aliens
fun.
must live there.
I think
underneath.
you're coming up with something real here.
Yeah.
I think that's actually, we should look into that. But I lived in Stone Mountain for, I think, a year or two, and then I moved to Gainesville with Mama Kim's daughter, my soul sister. And we live together now. She helped me get my job, and the rest is history.
She's a good one.
She's a great one. Love that girl. Hey, girl.
What do you like the most about nursing?
I like when a patient or family of a patient, specifically in the ER, it's such like a tense time. I like it when they can ask me just whatever and I can make them feel comfortable. Ask me whatever you want. Because people think, oh, I have lots of questions, but I don't want to bother. Please bother me. Now's the time to bother me. Bother me as much as you want. And so it feels good to be able to clarify things that maybe a lot of people in healthcare, they don't want to spend too much time in one person's room.
Right.
So it tends to be like, okay, we're doing this and now you just got to wait and go. I like to, here's what we're doing.
That's so
Here's why we're doing
important, I
it.
think, because you're right. A lot of times they come in, they don't even tell you what they're doing.
Don't even tell you, don't even look at you sometimes.
Yes, and I think that if you advocate for the patient, you tell them exactly what you're doing,
Yep.
why you're doing it, they're so much more at ease. And honestly, you can't get better if you're not at ease.
Absolutely.
In my opinion.
Yeah, comfort and just being at ease is half the battle sometimes. If someone's anxious, they're not going to heal.
Right.
True. And all that experience really came from helping your grandparents.
It did. It did. I had a very great friend tell me one time when I was really in a bad time with my grandparents and they weren't treating her well at the hospital. And I was just telling her all about it, and she said, and that's why you have to be a nurse, so that can't happen to anyone else. And I was,
Wow.
I cried. But I think that's why I'm into it.
Yeah. What was the hardest thing about nursing school for you?
Being alive, having to do it just all together.
Nursing school is not for the faint of heart.
It's robust. It
Yeah.
is. It is a lot of information thrown at you one time. It is. By next week, read these 5 chapters of this textbook that are this thick, and you got to know it. nothing can prepare you other than just getting into it. The hardest part is just in your head. You know what I mean?
Right.
If you have the confidence, if you feel like you can do it, if you just, it's one thing at a time. Okay, next test. Then tomorrow I have to go to clinical. I just got to get through clinical, then I can go home. Then the next day I just have to go through this, and one thing at a time until all of a sudden you're
How
done.
do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time.
One bite at a time. Heck yeah.
Well, what gets me about nursing school, and I think anybody would say this, I think you'd agree, is the scenarios. You'll be given a scenario with a patient, and 50 things could happen to them.
Absolutely.
And you have to decide, what do I do? And no patient is the same.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, so it's you've got to be quick on your.
And that's where the school part is important, because obviously there are, things you have to do first before anything else, depending on what's happening with the patient. But really, you don't know how to be a nurse until you're doing it. The school is for the technical part and I have to airway, breathing, circulation, and then you actually get into it, and it's a little more than that. Because they might be screaming and cursing you out and trying to get out of the bed. They don't really teach you how to deal with that.
Right.
At least not to the extent that it's actually helpful.
Wow. Do you think that you're working in an ER prior to going to school was beneficial? Would you suggest that to people that are considering nursing school?
Get a job in some kind of healthcare if you're planning to go into nursing school. I think it definitely helped. There are skills that, maybe it's just specific to my hospital, but there are skills that you do in an ER that before licensing or as a tech or a patient care tech or whatever, that you can't do in other places, things that you have to learn in school, like inserting a Foley catheter, venipuncture, that you can do in an ER and be ahead. I went into nursing school knowing how to do those things already. So I was
It helps.
just this much ahead. Just this much I didn't have to study, because I could say, okay, I know that already. I can move on to the next thing.
Right.
So I say get a job in healthcare
Right.
if you're planning on it. Anywhere, as long as it's something in healthcare.
I think it should be required because honestly, there are a lot of nurses out there that should not be.
I agree.
And we're in a nursing shortage, people. If you want to, go to school, become a nurse.
Now's the time. Now is the time. Be a nurse. It's a good time.
Well, now that you're an RN, are you going to pursue not continuing education, but other fields? I know, like sometimes when they get their RN, they go back to school and they do something else.
Right.
Is that in your future, or do you know?
So the general progression is I got my ASN, my Associates in Nursing. There's a bachelor's in nursing. There's a master's in nursing where you're a nurse practitioner. And then if you're really crazy, you can go for a doctorate in nursing. I think I'm happy as an RN for now, at least. I would get my BSN, but I don't want to be a nurse practitioner. For now, I think I'm very comfortable in the ER. I think I have the pep in my step of a brand new nurse, so I'm not burnt yet.
Yeah.
I might retire somewhere fun like med-surg, somewhere simple. Post-surgery unit.
Right.
Maybe be a
someplace
travel
where I can
nurse.
relax and make tons and tons of money.
Right.
They make
A
lot of
ridiculous
And
amount
see
of
the
money.
world. I mean, see, at least the United States.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great money.
Yeah, I would consider it. I'm a homebody.
Yeah.
Do you guys like to travel, or are you more like, I just want to go home?
I honestly like to be at home.
Me too.
I do. I think I worry about my kids so much that I feel like if I'm in Europe and something happens, like
What are you going to do?
Yeah,
You're
right,
in Europe.
right? So for me, I can't fully let go, and all my kids are grown. What am I thinking? I mean,
You never know.
yeah. It's. I don't know. I don't know that I'll ever get past that because Jeff would love to travel, and I am.
Well,
just,
send him.
I know.
He can go. He'd have fun.
Well, is there a busy time in the ER? Not so
Monday.
busy? What?
Monday.
Because everybody wants to make it through the weekend. And
Everybody
then-
wants to make it through the weekend. Once Monday comes around, it's like, I don't want to go to work. I'll go to the ER. I don't want to go to work. I'll go to the ER.
And interestingly, holidays, people, Christmas,
Yes.
say
Yeah, absolutely.
they might be having a heart attack, but they're going to stay home to be Christmas with their family
The
and go
day
the next
after
day.
a holiday is
Yeah.
the worst. Yeah.
And so holidays are slow.
Generally,
typically.
December 26th, it's going to
Wide
be a wreck,
open.
and you just have to know. You have to come in ready for it to
Yeah.
be crazy. Yeah.
But sometimes those days go by quickly. They're-
I prefer those days.
I know you do.
If I'm just sitting there with 2 patients all day who are waiting for beds upstairs, I'm like,
I bet people, when they have you for a nurse, I bet they're like, oh, I love him. They send you thank you notes. They tell you how much they love you, how much they appreciate you.
I get good reviews generally.
go.
I think I've had a few people brand new, barely off of school. I've had a few patients that have said, "You've explained this better than anyone I've had so far." It's like I hardly know what I'm talking about.
That's a
So
compliment. That's a compliment.
But I don't know if that's a compliment or if that is a really horrifying
well,
view into how
how it really is.
yeah, and how other healthcare workers just don't want to be bothered with
Mm-hmm.
explaining these kind of things to people.
Well, talking
Let's go.
all things healthy. What, as a nurse,
Mm-hmm.
what advice do you give to people like us about, helping with our health? Things we should do, things that you would think we would know at our age, but we may or may not know that you see in people. Like, what
Obviously,
advice
we
as a
don't.
nurse?
Or I don't.
What advice would you give us?
Well, if you're not on a good vitamin regime, I would get on that. Fish oil. If you're not taking fish oil, what are you doing?
Oh no.
Okay, so
Okay.
the fish oil is for
You got
memory,
it.
right?
Fish oil's for, I believe, is for cardiovascular health.
That's true.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
So yeah.
But I think memory is part of that too.
I'm
I've heard
sure it
that.
Well, then
is.
you need to take.
I don't
some,
remember.
I definitely need that.
because neither one of us know what it's for.
Right. I would say the biggest thing is
Calcium for women.
absolutely calcium and vitamin D3. They have
Okay.
to go hand in hand.
Because you can't absorb your calcium without the vitamin D3.
She's
Did
a
not
nurse.
know.
She's already halfway there.
Yeah.
Didn't you go? You were about to be nursing with Jordan.
I got into nursing school forever ago, but I have a severe latex allergy. And this is when latex was all over. Latex wasn't just in the gloves, it was in all the equipment.
Yeah.
It was airborne. I actually got a job at DeKalb Medical and was going to start, and they give you the best physical you'll ever have in your life.
Okay.
And one of the doctors there called me and said, you may want to reconsider your, and I cried for like a week.
Oh no.
And then I attempted to go back, retook some things because years had passed. And I applied 3 times and I didn't get in because I guess I'm old.
Okay.
And my grades were
Interesting.
really good. And in hindsight, I'm living vicariously through you. And
Right.
in hindsight, it's hard work. It's
Absolutely.
you're young, you can do it, but you're on your feet. You're working your tail off. I don't know. I would have burnt out, I think, real fast.
There are also 1,000 different avenues for nurses,
There are.
though.
50,000.
50,000. Perchance 100,000. You could have been a school nurse.
Yeah.
You could have been,
But also at the same time we started having grandchildren, and
that's more
nursing,
important. That's more
grandchildren.
important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and their health.
I will say I was bummed though. I thought, I can't believe she got in and not me.
Oh no.
But things
hard.
happen for a reason, and here I am interviewing Nolan.
Absolutely.
I know. We're so glad you're here.
Oh, thanks. I'm so glad to be here.
Yeah. And by the way, your birthday party downstairs was absolutely wonderful in the soundboard.
It was really great.
Yeah.
I think we should bring the conversation to Maysville.
Okay,
Yes,
let's do it.
Let's do it.
So the first time I came here, I was thinking, where am I?
Yeah.
Where does my girl live? Like, what is she doing over here?
Yeah.
And I think if I passed through it, I wouldn't have looked twice.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But
Yes.
then you start looking, and you're like, wait, there's like a cool spot right here. There's a pretty mural right there. Wait, what is this? A sound bar? Party place?
And all of that Lulu has done. I mean, she did the mural,
Mm-hmm.
the soundboard is hers, that little White House is hers.
Yeah.
You know, she's invested more in Maysville than just about anybody.
Well, we're trying to make it beautiful. That's all.
I think we should move toward like a monarchy where there's a double queen situation ruling over Maysville. And it's the two of you.
Okay, we can be queens.
Lulu is the queen of Maysville.
Right.
I agree with that.
well,
I think
So
I agree with that.
if you continue to come here, tell us what you want to see in our town. What would you want to be able to step outside, walk, and go do?
Because you've seen all our cool stuff, so.
I've seen all the cool stuff. I tell you what I would really like, and that is to not die on the walk from here to your house.
Yes. Yes.
That perilous walk I've made several times. It's not for the faint of heart. I always wish there was just a little sidewalk.
Yeah.
Just a little sidewalk. Because there's also like a park right by your house, isn't there? Walking to the park would be great. But, you know,
That
The
road
automobiles.
is so narrow, and you have nowhere to be.
no.
Um,
If someone comes flying down that road, you just got to jump in the ditch.
Yep.
Well, you know we're going to get a sidewalk.
Are you?
Yes. You
Well,
didn't
then
know
you've
that?
done it.
It may take a while, but they started
They
the
started the
surveying.
surveying.
Oh,
so
nice.
They were, you know,
Okay.
it'll take 3 to 5 years, but
It's coming
maybe in my
That's
lifetime.
okay.
Anyway, 3 to 5 years we'll be here.
That's nice.
Okay, so
Okay.
sidewalks, what else?
Sidewalks. Okay, let me see. I haven't visited a lot of. There's a Mexican cantina, is there not? And there's also a barbecue place.
The barbecue place is not here anymore, unfortunately.
I really need to tour some of the food. I need to go to that Mexican cantina.
You do, it's great. Delicious.
I've heard.
And Downtown Eats, ooh, wee.
Where's that one?
Delicious.
It's on
It's
that
just,
same
it's down the
drag.
same
It's on the same
drag,
one?
yeah. Oh, the food.
It's very
If
good.
you haven't been to Downtown Eats, you're missing out because the food is, I don't even know how to, you can't even verbalize how delicious the food is.
It's,
wow.
it's homemade. It's a little bit more upscale. Well, it's more upscale. And she has a rotating menu. She does Italian, prime
Oh,
rib
wow.
night. We went the other night for shrimp and grits.
Oh,
it was delicious.
Delicious.
Yum.
And it was a buffet.
Jeff was
I
really
love.
happy.
I was gonna say, love a buffet. I never realized how much growing up in Charleston affected me, or like different aspects of that would make its way into my life. But there's so many recipes I've talked about and foods that every once in a while I'm like, I wish I could eat that, and people are like,
What is that?
Have you guys ever heard of? You ever heard of she crab soup?
Yes.
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 Charleston, big in Charleston, and I haven't had it in years. Would love that.
My cousin owned 82 Queens, and they had the best shrimp and grits, the best she crab soup, right there in the Battery.
Nice.
Yeah.
There
Really?
you go.
Which cousin?
82 Queens.
Really?
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, Melody.
We're learning new
Wow.
things.
Yeah, Melody and Joe.
Love that.
Yeah.
So that leads me into this question, because I'm not from Georgia. Are there local Georgia recipes that I don't know about that I need to try?
I don't know anything specific to Georgia. Fried chicken.
I've had that.
Pecan pie.
Yum.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm thinking all things Paula Deen.
Yeah.
You ever had a
Drawing
shrimp
blank,
po'
but
boy?
oh, I love those.
Oh, those are
I
good.
love
Those are good.
Love a shrimp po' boy.
We do some of that on the coast in Georgia. I mean,
I've only been to Savannah once, and I didn't really go to Savannah. I went to Tybee Island, and that was a great time. I had some real good seafood.
That brings up another thing. Okay, as a nurse, when do you get to go on vacation? What's a typical nurse schedule like?
So a nurse's schedule, at least in my hospital, is 3 12-hour shifts a week.
I would love that.
which really ends up being 3 13-hour shifts a week.
Yeah.
Do you like it?
I love it.
Yeah, okay.
My beautiful partner, Joey, he works at a place right now that he works 5 days a week, and I can't imagine how people work 5 days a week. I really can't. I can't. I'm like, you wake up and you go out of your house to work 5 times a week. It couldn't be me. So I like my little 3 12-hour shifts. We request our own schedule depending on what everyone else requests. They might need to make some adjustments. So it's relatively easy for a nurse in my department to have a good stretch of time for a vacation.
It's kind of cool because you could feasibly work 3, depending on when the week starts. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Yep.
Have 7 or 8 days off,
Yep.
and then the next week you're working the end of the week.
Yep.
Right.
Which, I mean, take a vacation every 2 weeks.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? And of course, there's paid time off. Great benefits. Tell you what, haven't had dental in years.
Oh, we have dental benefits too.
Yeah.
Very good. They have retirement, IRAs, things like that.
It's a great time. I feel like I grew up. You know what I mean?
Right.
This is my first big boy job I've ever had.
Yeah.
And, you know, Roth IRA. I don't know anything about that, but I'm learning.
You need to talk to Kelsey at Edward Jones
Yes.
because she will definitely maximize your money.
Yep.
Oh,
Definitely. You need to talk to her soon.
slip me your digits.
Yep. Kelsey Jones, Edward Jones, right in
Yes.
Commerce.
Yes.
Absolutely amazing.
I think
She's a magician. She's a money magician.
She is. She takes care of the city's money. She takes care of your money, our money, my kids' money, some of my kids. Yeah.
Nice.
You need to talk to her today.
Okay, I will.
All right. Yeah.
Because start young. That's one thing. I don't know about you, but
I
nobody
didn't.
told me.
Nobody
I mean,
told me.
you should when you're young and you can afford to miss however much out of each paycheck. You should have been socking away.
Absolutely.
I didn't know that till I was in my late 40s. I honestly.
My grandfather, who, as you all know, raised me partly, we've already talked about this. He was a massive cheapskate in every kind of way, and he passed some of those ways along to me.
Very good.
I used to say, I don't want to be anything like him. And now I'm like, these ones are 5 cents cheaper. I'm not paying 5 cents more for that. You know what I mean? And then I'm like, oh my God, I'm my grandpa.
my grandpa.
I'm him.
Honestly, you come by the healthcare naturally. Isn't your he was a pharmacist?
My grandfather was a
Yes.
pharmacist.
I didn't know
Yes,
that.
he was. He was a pharmacist. He had he had huge, it was called the Merck Manual.
Oh.
You ever heard of that?
Yes.
He had the Merck Manual. He had I think it's called the Pharmacopoeia. Huge books. Anytime anyone in our family would have to be hospitalized or had to be prescribed a new medication, they would call him, and he was blind toward the end. So he used to say, Nolan, you gotta go get the book. And I go, oh my God, okay. And it was like this big, it was gigantic, and it would look for this medicine and tell me the side effects. I got a lot of pharmacological information from him. And yeah, he was always the healthcare proxy of the family.
Wow.
Yeah, I have an aunt who is an LPN. I have a cousin who's an LPN. And I think me and Celia, are the first RNs. Yeah.
Celia is Nolan's cousin. I don't know. If
I did know that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now y'all went through nursing school together, right?
We did.
Yeah.
I had a built-in best friend
Yes.
in nursing school.
Which helps.
It was so.
I-
I waited when they applied. I was like, oh, let me know. Nolan got in, and Celia was the first alternate.
I remember that.
And I was like, oh
remember
my
that.
God. And so the person didn't take their spot. So what better? They carpooled. They studied
We
together.
drove together every
Yeah.
day. We quizzed each other. We went over skills together. It couldn't have been a better nursing school experience.
Are
to
y'all
be
at the same
honest.
hospital?
No, she abandoned me
Oh no.
and is working at our rival hospital.
Oh.
So technically we're enemies.
And she chose another specialty. I think
Yes, she's a cardiac
Mm-hmm.
nurse.
Well, we need those.
Absolutely.
We do.
Yeah.
Specifically heart failure. She's on the heart failure floor.
Yeah.
So she's pushing Lasix and measuring output and messing with artificial hearts, cool stuff that I don't know anything about. I just have to treat him and get him out.
Yeah.
Treat him and street him.
That's I like that.
You should have a T-shirt that says that
I think I should.
with Blind Squirrel at the bottom.
I think that's a great idea. Blind squirrel, treat him and street him.
That's it. Wow.
That's going to take on.
I know.
Well, we appreciate you muchly.
We do. We do.
I'm happy to be in the career that I am. I'm happy to help. You guys ever need medical advice? You know
We'll
who
be
to
calling
call?
you. Yeah, we will.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'll
we
say,
will.
I don't know, sounds like you need to
Go to the ER.
go to the ER. Not mine. We're busy right now, but go to some ER.
Oh my
Well,
goodness.
we'll do it. It was neat officially hearing the path of the journey that got you here. And I guess a shout goes out to Grandma and Grandpa for,
Yes.
for their
Absolutely.
influence that got you here.
I always say that taking care of them was hard, but it is also the most important thing I've ever done.
Yeah. I'm sure they're looking down right now and saying, that's her boy.
I sure hope so.
Yeah. Yeah.
I sure hope
Aw.
so.
Well, thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be here. I feel like a blind squirrel.
Oh, good.
I am.
Well, we appreciate y'all tuning in for yet another episode of Blind Squirrel Talk, famous in a small town. I'm Lulu.
I'm Kim.
And I'm Nolan.
Yay! See y'all next time.
Bye.
Bye.